Big news for H-1B applicants. The government has just clarified the $100,000 H-1B rule. And here's the twist. Most of the international students and the people who are already in the US on the H-1B or thinking of getting the H-1B, you guys may not need to worry at all. So some of the biggest fears around the H-1B issues seem to be coming to an end. USCIS has made it clear. Only and only if you are being sponsored for an H-1B and you are outside the US, you are not yet inside, and you cannot do a change of status after coming inside, then basically you get to pay, or your employer in this case gets to pay the $100,000 H-1B fee, which becomes a mandate. So if you are not someone who's outside the US and needs consular processing, who are you? Well, you may be an international student. This is really good news for international students. What that means is that employers will now really want to prefer hiring international students. I see we're going to see a bit of a boost over there with the hiring, which was not really clear for the longest time. Employers were not hiring people who they had to sponsor. That's why you were not able to get a job which would sponsor you. Now, if you're an international student, you are exempt from this rule. Why? Because you're already in the US. Even if you have to go back to India or anyway essentially for stamping, that's completely fine. You are safe, you're protected, you don't need to worry. You are exempt from this $100,000 rule. Another case, if you already hold an H-1B and you're looking for a transfer, just like you used to, you transfer to a different employer. Now, even that has been clarified. You do not need to have the $100,000 fee being paid by your new employer. No, nothing like that will apply to you either. If you're applying for an extension for an H-1B, let's say you already have one, your 3 years are getting over, you want an extension. Even then you are exempt, you're safe. So here's the good news. International students will continue to go to the US simply because the rule has been in our favor as of now, and it makes sense right now. It's one of the only countries in the world which has a decent economy at the end of the day, decent jobs, which gives you essentially the best return on investment of pretty much all the countries overseas. And finally, the H-1B is still an option. So the route from F1 to H-1B to the EB to EB3 still remains intact. Only problem is H-1B is now wage-based. So if your wage is really high, you will have a high chance of getting the H-1B. If your wage is really low, you will have a low chance of getting the H-1B. So take a look at this one. If you are in San Francisco as a software developer and you're in wage level 4, your chances of getting the H-1B are 4 times as likely as someone who's in wage level 1. That's how it's going to go now. My final words to you is that this is really good news. Celebrate today, but tomorrow already start preparing for, and I have talked about this on my channel before, something called as the O1 visa, which is a backup to the H-1B. Not only because you might not get the H-1B because it's still a lottery, and I don't want to be pessimistic. It's good that at least we can get sponsorship, we can apply. But at the end of the day, you may want to still go ahead towards the EB1 green card, where the wait time for getting a green card is under 5 years, whereas EB2, EB3 is still over 10, 20 years in many cases, especially if you're Indian. I am offering you a free eligibility check for these O1 and EB1 visas. You will find my WhatsApp link in the description. Shoot me a resume over there. I'm going to send you a free eligibility check on me. So good news all around in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can also find me on Instagram, and you can sign up on YMGrad.com, where you will find a lot more free information and visa cheat sheets just as soon as you sign up. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.